the special grade, it is something of a pick that they'll always prioritize as a first pick.
Hmm. And I did see some signs of life from the side of Team Divine Regime, right? When the Irithel was
Yes.
kind of getting farmed, right? There was a chance of a possibility to come back, and even with the amazing play, like how Solsky mentioned, right? He did the work of an assassin, Peekaboo Predator. So if there was more of that, I think definitely it could have been chance of a comeback. But the hope was not long lived. It just got shut down really soon. So I think Team Divine Regime might have to just change their strategy a little bit. Might have to just play their card differently, because yes, they did have the Baxi as a flex factor, but uh, the flex didn't work so well in the end because their jungler could not really get the window to actually go in. Maybe go for a set tank. What do you think, Solsky?
I mean, as you, I think if they went for that, Bakshi as their jungler in the previous draft,
Hmm.
and okay, let's not talk about the previous draft. Let's just focus on this draft. They are straight away okay. My bad. So yeah,
Hmm.
they're not opening this Kalea because they don't want to give away any pick of draft to that
Hmm.
special grades. So might, as you said, they might go for some setter drafts. Might be possible if we, as I have seen Divine Regime.
They're finally being banned from the side of Team Special Grade, so they do not want to give it away as well. So what do they actually go for if they get off the Matilda?
Maybe the Rafaela could be a very good pick right here. For them, it's not about the supports what they pick. Even I have seen them going, yep, oh, they knew it. They
Banned,
knew
uh-huh.
it. Yep, I mean, come
Hmm.
on, understandable why the supports are getting.
Uh,
Banned. Support meta is
Lorraine
back again.
actually also receiving a huge nerf in the current patch, right? Her heal was like completely uncancelable even with the anti-heal item, but this time it can be cancelled. So there is a chance, a possibility that this hero might not appear so much like how
Definitely.
it used to for a lot of teams. But yeah, once again this time the Harith being banned always on the side of Team Divine Regime, so they do not want to give it away, even if like Brendan has the first pick out here,
I am
Solsky.
not the only one bound by these
Yeah,
chains.
they don't want to give. I think in the previous game, they just lacked quite damage, and because they thought that Raren was supposed to give damage a little bit, go for I would say burst down some enemies when they are low, but
Mm-hmm.
that thing quite didn't work well. So, and damage point of view, I think they might need a little bit more than Irithel this time. If again special grade go for that support kind of a draft, maybe one healer, two frontline, and two damage healers. Let's just see how DR is gonna go and prioritize this first. Okay, that's Kufra
Ooh.
right away. If I'm not wrong, that's a GR with a Kufra, and I think Kufra also got a little bit of adjustment. Now you cannot disrupt the tyrant's rage. Sorry, yeah, tyrant's
Yep.
rage when after unless until you have a suppression. So even if you stun that,
Yep.
you're gonna hit by tyrant's rage. So Kufra needs a little bit I would say positioning when in terms of playing a roam. So let's
Mm-hmm.
see how either they're gonna pick the Hylos to give away the vision of the Kufra every time whenever he goes for tyrant's revenge rage combo. You gotta see that.
Yep. And the first pick Kufra, what do you think, Peachy? Was it necessary though?
For divine regime, yes, they need someone though. I mean, for them, they kept something of a mobility heroes, a lot of mobility heroes open. So picking this up could be a hindrance with the bouncing ball, of course. Now that Samsung Galaxy is going to get a little bit of a problem if it's timed very very well, but there is a
Mm-hmm.
Selena though. I mean, they did cover the vision part with a mage. There is a one maze though you guys are forgetting. The Farsa. I feel like Farsa could be there, but
Mm-hmm.
again, it could be very threatened by the
I
Joy.
will
So I'm
choose
not
my own
thinking this
path.
game it's going to be a Farsa, but it's a very good choice against the Selena.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think a lot of teams do like to go for the Novaria against Selena, right, Solski?
Yeah.
Novaria will lack, will get busted out from that joy, I guess. But yep, okay. Kimmy, that's a very, I would
Ah.
say, they shown a two. I think Kimmy might go mid lane as well. Yeah, that's a very good flex pick coming from the side of DR. Now this time they are going for
I
Xbox
am
and they
very
limit
joyful
down, I
in
would
its
say, some
heart.
tankiness for the SG. So they are going for a lot to
Oh.
counter that. Instead of going for high
Mm-hmm.
HP, they go for, we will check down the HP with the R lot with the new R lot we have. So I think again the R lot also got a very good buff. His passive just
Mm-hmm.
gets below from whenever he I think hits an enemy, his passive just go below. Sorry, yeah, passive cooldown just gets cut by 1 second, I guess.
Yeah.
In the late game, I think his
Mm-hmm.
passive cooldown is just 4 seconds, if I'm not wrong. So that we have got to look out for this Alot with that. I usually say that Alot jhadu marta hai because of his,
This land is so
final
Yes.
slash.
beautiful, it will
So yeah,
soon be a
Uh-huh.
he sweeps over the enemy. He sweeps the enemy to the
Yeah.
direction wherever he wants to. So now the second
Yep.
drafting phase, Badang is banned. Moscow is banned. So they're limiting down the
for
DR
honor.
is limiting down the side,
Your team is
marksman, and
picking.
SG is limiting down the EXP. So what do you guys have to say about the last ban coming from both the sides?
I think even junk down the mage picks maybe a little bit. The Farsa is still a threat, right, PG?
Ooh, Forza. Yep, definitely. But I feel like for the side of Team Divine Regiment, it's going to be a Kimmy onto the middle lane. It's a popular choice right here at the Mythic Showdown season number 1. But again, the CC you're talking about, the crowd control coming in from Special Grade is just so unmatched right now. The Divine Regiment, they
Oh.
need to get rather and farmed up no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Last game as well, Raden being behind definitely put them at a bad situation. And this time, the last two ban, one team opted to ban to the EXP lane. That's going to be special grade, whereas Team Divine Regime, just got rid of the Tigrel. So no more set making with the Tigrel anymore. So this will open up the Garud Kacha once again. So they're still overtaking it for themselves. So special grade, they still do not want to mend what's broken. They want to dive the backline with this Garud Kacha, Yasolski.
Yeah, I think that's a very good approach to counter this Kimmy, I guess. I mean, just go if you want to go for the backline, Gatot and Joy combination could really work well. Along with if Alo tries to give away some, I would say, combination with that final slash. I mean, the Jhadu. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it can be a very good combination to counter that. I think team
Wipe out all
DR
the
they have the
injustice in the
Kufra to
world.
counter at least one Joy. I think that's why they picked Kufra because they knew that they're gonna go, especially SG gonna go for Joy. But Kufra needs timing for every time whenever Joy comes in. And if we just focus on too much on this, Joy, so EXP has to come in and compensate for that set that we are asking for right now. So what will be okay? I knew that they are gonna go for Cho. I mean, I was about to say that they are gonna go for Cho, but this Blue Nox
Let's
just try to
go.
going for the burst. Okay, they are going for the straight away bursting composition this time, with the true frontliners being the Cho.
Reveal.
And the Cho's only counter, not the only counter, but for now in this situation, the counter is also with them, the Kufra. So for now, I think Sanson is left. We'll go for the Bruno. That's a good choice of marksman right there. We'll
Uh-huh.
go for Purify as well. So now we have got the pick off draft coming from the side of Team DR, and we are seeing, I would say, two frontliners. And again, the damage, again, the previous kind of draft, instead of support, this time they have gone for, I would say, some tanky frontliners, Team SG.
Yep. Uh, I think this Joy would really be either a game maker or a breaker for the side of Team Special Grade. But once again, Peachy,
Definitely.
both the drafts have been set, and even Solski, what time it is for you guys to actually take the game away for a match two. Will it be a clean sweep coming in from the side of Team Special Grade, or will Divine Regime actually, turn things around and reverse this entire series? Is the question. But yeah, with the drafts already on the way, you can, coming down. This is your time to actually, put down your prediction, which team you are supporting, and you choose to win this match. But here with the Land of Dawn, we go, guys.
Let's go, let's go. Now that both of the teams are definitely matching each other's freaks, I mean, the draft, I'm loving to see what will be the outcome of this match. Second game of the day, Divine Regime special grade with a upper hand, taking it away in a clean sweep. Let's see if this Xborg is going to be a threat or a no. And Solkai, are you excited?
Yeah, man, definitely. I'm excited to see my, you know what I mean, right? So yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
let's just see how both of these teams are gonna play because the set is there, the pickoffs are there with the Cooper and the Romcom, and again this time he's just going to be menace. There was a try to go for the abyssal arrow mark from the Chocopi, and this time the lane clear is, I would say, is going to be difficult for the side of team special grids, but the lane clear is absolutely menacing from the side of team DR. But with enough damage, you have the lane clear. So you just gotta, focus on the scaling up. Meanwhile, they are both of them are also both the junglers. I would say not the both the jungler, but the Joy is heavily dependent on those, early pickups. If she started to snowball, if she started to find that, perfect timing, I think he might be able to get his hands on that, Kimmy. But he had to look out for this, the power of this order and the chaos lady, that's the Lunox right there, because if she uses her ability just to merge down the Joy, because Joy is going to have a very hard time when you go to the back lines. So we have to see
See,
how this peekaboo predator is going to play.
yep, this is what I was talking about. Rajan, look at him. He is much more eager to go into the enemy's jungle and taking there. And let's not forget, Samsung Galaxy is also doing the same. Crazily enough, this is going to be a little bit of a chase. But wait a minute, into the back lanes, Kurufa jumps away with the bouncing ball.
Exactly. And now the first turtle, I think they might go for uh, I think lasting insanity to take down combination with retribution combination. They might go for this turtle. Just and look at the positioning of the Samsung Galaxy. Romco will not be able to catch that Joy on point AODG, but Lix, there's the way of the dragon to that Lord. First blood, power of chaos, just to escape that the wrath of that Gatot Kasa. Meanwhile, we can see there is the joyful beats coming from the Joy. Kufra is quite too low, and will have to force away. Okay, that's a very good ultimate from that Kimmy. Okay, that was a very close call for the side of team HG right there, but they will get, I think, get good trade. They will get the blue buff of the Roarum right there.
Okay, Divine Regiment with the first lead into the game. Look at that. This time around it was Team Special Grade who swept away the total. Crazily enough, they will be getting enough gold to get a little bit of a spike. But Bruno, though, this is what I wanted to see in this game, something of a different kind of a hero. Both the teams are really matching the drafts, but the problem started when, Raren losing his retribution, but okay, there is a little bit of a pokes coming in. Both of them having that poke kind of a composition is going to do the same, but AOG.
Yep, exactly. That was a very good, I would say, Roarin. Just he is just positioned himself good to dodge that AOTG. I would like to see some itemization from both the sides. I think both of these team knows what they're gonna build in this match. But let's just see how what items they're gonna prioritize first. I would love to see a prioritization of the Berserker Fury from that Bruno. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah, I forgot the Haskell is a very good prioritized item. And I have to see that what will this Kimi will buy in this gold lane. I think she is going for that Sea Halberd first. And Kimi is just going to be get protected by a lot of people in this game. If she is able to give away damage to the right people, I think she might be having a good time in this game. Meanwhile, we can see the bottom lane. There is that Sansin will get the kill of the Kimmy, and that was a very good zone coming from that Samsung Galaxy. And for now, Samson is going to have a very good time to eating their gold plates in the bottom lane if Pika. And now look at the positioning of Joy. She has that high mobility, and look at the
Yeah.
final slash from the Lord just surviving the day for now. Will be using his passive to survive. Just quite too low. Raren is also quite too low. Will have to fall back for now. Will be losing his Firaga armor right now, and there is quite in difficulty. Romcom might go in for some spoiled part, and there will be a very good ultimate from that Kimi joining the team fight. Will be getting the first kill right now, and will be getting his Sky Piercer as well.
Synergy, especially with the rom-com. Look at that, there is a chase coming in for this Kufra, but the kick would be there on to this final slash being there, but it will be evaded by the light form. Lunox trying to survive amidst three people. Look at that, Roxy trying to come in for a little bit of a re-engage, but Samsung Galaxy also trying to push away as much as HP from Araran. Unable to do so, they'll have to back up. But wait a minute, Romcom looking quite low. Flickers out of the way, but Joy's ultimate catches him. The next on the line, a Bizzlero onto Peekaboo. The Kufra jumps in to save him, but nah, he is safe. But the Peekaboo is not. Look at that. Peekaboo Predator getting hunted down.
Overstayed, man. What the hell they are
Oh,
doing? Look at this.
oh,
Ah, Lord. What a beautiful use of his passive. They are not able to catch this Ah, Lord until they have a show right now or the Kufra to, just tame it down. But look at the Romcom going for the Way of Dragon to the Selena. Quite over extension again this time. We'll be getting the kill, or to, we'll be giving the kill to that Kufra. Objective point of view, Team DR is losing a lot heck of objectives. But this Ah, Lord, what a beautiful, I would say, here's the rhythm. I think he was using that, his passive as a rhythm, man. Like first going there, and here and there, just dodging enemy gracefully right there.
Romcom is serving as a little bit of a distraction as well, which is a good sign that really gives the Kufra the space to actually jump and try to get his, victims right, which is a good sign. But special grade, they are also climbing up with the goal lead, with the kill lead as well. Look at them; they are spaced out very well. And let's not forget on to the bottom lane. You're talking about how the gold Kimmy Brendan is giving up very good sets with the traction pulse there, especially three members getting caught by it. That's just crazy. But wait a minute, Romcom though, that was a kick. Yup, that was a kick. Early kick, no commitment, but Abyssal arrow right on point.
Yeah, Raren is just getting boosted down from that Selena. And again, what the hell is that positioning? AOTG missing out with that. But okay, that was a very close call from that our Lord. Might not have that, the ultimate to, choke down this Raren. But meanwhile, the Sanson is having a very graceful time right now because nobody's marking down the Sanson, getting the objectives here and there. And look at the goal difference. Just by talking, we have seen there is approximately 5k goal difference between both the teams, and this is not looking good for the side of team DR right now because they have a very scalable heroes like the Xbox, like the Lunox, like the Kime. They need scales, and with the pickoffs, they need a little bit early damage as well. So I think they might wait for the Kufra along with, okay, that was a traction pulse. Nobody holds there. The turtle will spawn right now. Meanwhile, I would say this. I would the burst down of this Xbox from this Abyssal Arrow Serena is just quite working too well in the early game right now.
Okay, okay, so good for both of the teams not being cornered down, but team special grade are very ahead with the turtle. But look at that light form already popped out. Ra and his Fraga armor being popped out of that. But okay, AOG cutting off the exit part. Roxy will be taken down. You're talking about how Sanson wants to get damage up as well. But Raren though, I mean, he is getting melted down, and now I feel like Team Divine Regiment can fight it off, but they need to go in, they need to find that window of opportunity.
Yeah, Alot is just holding onto that four people in himself, and like Allu Arjun, South Indian hero, he manages to do that, and now the rest of the cavalry will come down to help him. And right now, that's the end for the Omcom right there. Sanson is gonna hurt right now. He has got his three holy items. That's going to be, I think, Malefic Gun along with the Husk Claws, along with the Berserker Fury. His balls are gonna hurt. His balls are gonna hurt, and we are just seeing that how Romcom was the hunting or next to the next on the chopping blocks of those balls of the Sanson. So he somebody needs to take down Sanson in this last fight, I guess. Oh,
The guy is dealing so much damage. Look at that. Into the mid lane, Kufra would be the first one to fall down into the hands of Sanson as we are speaking about. But Sparrow, the Brendan, will have to make sure to get all the Lord, the minions out of the way. The passes still stay strong, but for how much longer?
yeah, exactly. And now I think the Lord is will be marching from the top lane side. There will be a joyful breach killing spree for that Joy, taking down to that Romcom, and this might be the last movement for the side of Team DR. And there is a traction pulse onto the Sanson. Sanson quite not that much low. He is having a full blast right now. Nobody is there to catch him, giving 3 damage to the side of Team SG. Sorry, T towards the Team the Divine Regime. And the next Lord will be up in 93 seconds. Will they go for? Will they force this team fight Team Divine Regime, because there is quite not that much resources has been used by the side of Team SG right now. Raren and Romcom, I think. Okay, there is an interesting fact also. Joe is a Kung Fu master who
Control.
controls fights with precise Besides
Knockup.
knockups and target kicks, okay, I didn't knew that. Thank you for sorry, I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know. And obviously, okay, there is attraction pulse. There will be the AOTG onto the two people. There will be the Abyssal or misses out. There will be the power of power of order from the Lunox. And this time the Sky Piercer will proc off from that Kimmy. Too much of a force right coming from the side of Team SG. But meanwhile, Sanson taking care of that bottom lane inhibitor. And I think for the bottom lane inhibitor, that's too much of resources to use. But remember, the Sanson is quite too. Okay, that was a joy with a wonderful kill to that Lunox. And right now, they're just quite desperate to defend this base. 1 for 1 trade. All out going in. Might go for one more final slash. And there is the kill to that Kufra. Samson is giving free damage onto that. There will be the final slash from that all out. Will be taking care of that double kill from that Sunset. And now Traction Pulse. Okay, that will be the double kill as well from Triple. I think that's okay, that's not that's triple kill from the side of Team DR right now. And this might be the window of opportunity they were looking for.
Redemption is up. Divine Regiment, they did a successful defense despite the minions coming in. Look at that. The pressure is not stopping. They will be not stopping, but they managed to get Brendan the triple kill. They will be trying to move towards the Lord, which is a very good sign because they needed anyhow. Raren, on to the other hand, tries to migrate since he was the one who just got spawned. But let's see though, there's going to be a fight. Roxy is with the final slash. Okay, 3 members AOG coming in, but there's
Ooh,
a lot of damage.
traction.
Look at that traction pulse dealing so much damage. Brendan, my guy, but this time around, Samsung Galaxy with a perfect retribution takes away the Lord. They are trying to fight, but Samson is still dealing damage. Wait a minute, there is members there, but now that's just too much damage to take in for Romcom. He will be down. That means 4 members for the side of Team Divine Regime are down, trying to find the fifth. What are they going to do? The minions are coming in, and is it going to be a clean sweep?
Yeah, it is going to the clean sweep because there is no one able to defend this open crystal. Lord also went to the SG, but they don't need the Lord to finish this game as this was the second game and consecutively won by the side of Team SG. Wonderfully played by the side of Team SG right there. And my guy is back with a cute smile. How are you, my brother? Did you like these plays from coming from the SG right now?
Hey, how can I not be, happy when you are introducing me like that? But once again, the game, man, we need to talk about it much more. That was such a snowball coming in from the Bruno, right? We did see some glimpse of hope once again from the side of Team Vine Regime, but short-lived once again, right?